Disney Plus lost 700,000 subscribers in the last quarter, and there's great fear they could lose even more in the next 3 months. That's why they must reverse course and get consumers to stick around with the House of Mouse in streaming form. But a new Super Bowl advertisement Disney plans to roll out, not being accepted very well. In fact, some say this Disney commercial makes them hate Bob Iger's corporation even more. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Pro Channel. You are welcome, seen, and appreciated right here. Today, we're going to be talking to you about the Disney Plus Hulu ESPN ad coming to the Super Bowl, which has some people not very happy with the house that Walt built. Why? Well, it doesn't feature Walt. It doesn't have Mickey. It doesn't have anything classic. And it's tragic that it looks like the Bob Iger Corporation and all of the IPs they bought and then destroyed. Today, we'll show you that commercial. We'll break down why this could be an utter failure, a huge misstep, and, well, Disney not reading the room at all. Click the like button, and here we go. All right, well, let's go to our final story of the day, folks, and it is that we have the Disney Super Bowl commercial. Are we ready to attempt a crash? Well, folks, we're here to tell you, unfortunately, we are not going to try to attempt playing it. And it is, it's strange to be in this position where we can't play the Disney commercial, even despite the fact that it's a commercial. Thus, the intent, one would think, is for the commercial to be played. Yet we know because we've played around with it this morning to see if it would be allowed. We're going to get zinged and dinged for the music, for the Disney music. So we can't play the thing, but I'll walk you through it, okay? All right, here is the Disney Super Bowl commercial. We're going to walk through it, and to me, and this is what I'm interested in the panel weighing in on, this is a Bob Iger commercial. I'm going to explain why in just a minute.
Okay.
So the Super Bowl commercial, which is 59 seconds, starts off with C-3PO and R2-D2 from A New Hope disappearing. And the question, as read by Josh Gad, is, what if 3PO and R2-D2 never existed? Then it goes to Inside Out 2, and they disappear. Then it goes to the Avengers, and it says, what if they never saved the day, or whatever. It goes to The Bear from Hulu. Then it goes to The Lion King from the box office, which they probably thought when they were making this commercial would be a box office hit. But since it's a flop, it's not. Probably not a great choice for them, but there we go. Then it goes to sporting events. Then it goes to The Simpsons. Now, as we go through this, what I want you all to think about is how much of this is just acquired stuff that was great before they bought it and then they destroyed it. That's really what to think about in this commercial, because that's what they don't understand. It goes to Frozen. It goes to Only Murders in the Building. Goes to The Force Awakens. Oh boy, yeah. But you notice when it goes to The Force Awakens, what do you get? All you get is the Millennium Falcon.
Yep.
They reference the sequel trilogy, but not the characters. They reference the original trilogy with the ship. Then
It's a galaxy far away. And what if?
Oh, good grief. Come on. Seriously, we're doing everything to not play, and it starts playing it. Okay, then we get Baby Yoda, and I don't know, maybe this is from the movie. Like maybe they're showing us some clip from the movie, and we don't know it yet, and we're supposed to be excited. I don't know. Don't care. Get Avengers Endgame. But just think about this. Think about how much of this stuff is stuff that Bob Iger bought at great expense, and it was great before, and then it was destroyed by Disney. And now they're playing the pre-Disney stuff, making it disappear, and say, what if you could not ever find The Simpsons again? What if Star Wars had never taken you to a galaxy far, far away? And it's like I wish at this point they'd put the Muppets up there and do it. Like, why don't we have the Muppets? Get Muppet Vision 3D on the screen and let's make it disappear. Like, just rub it in our faces that you took stuff that we loved, that was part of the American cultural experience, and you destroyed it. You bought it, you broke it, and now you want to claim that, what came before you. Well, if you don't watch Disney Plus, it'll all disappear. Go away. Don't take it away. And that's the gist of the Super Bowl commercial. It is a cringe fiesta tour. Vash, what say you? You've been watching them do this. What do you think about it?
They've been doing this for years over the Bob Iger era. Whatever the new acquisition is, that's the one that's going to be featured. And I want to go ahead and feature this Twitter post, X post, I don't know. by Joshua Harris, who will actually be joining us at T3PO Live this afternoon. It says right here, the Iger Corporation continues its all-out assault on all things truly Disney with this disgusting display of Bob's buys and revisionist history. Him talking directly about this Super Bowl ad. Of all the 12 IPs in this commercial, only 2 were produced by Disney, and one of those is the lackluster, quote, live-action Lion King. It goes on to list them right here. You know what sucks, Bob? Not acknowledging the Eisner era, which created the wealth you continue to squander, and not showing a single second of genuine Walt Disney content that people actually cherish, and is the only thing that keeping this joke of a streaming service afloat. And you know what sucks most of all, Bob? Living in a universe where you happened. Pretty critical for sure, right there. I will say this: the lack of acknowledgement of even the Walt era Disney products and so forth is just absolutely astounding. Bob Iger talks about this brand of Disney and how it's just it's amazing. It's so good. We're going to replace Hulu with it. We're gonna merge Hulu with Disney Plus. Now it's going to be Disney Plus for everybody and so forth because the brand is so strong. He talked about how strong the brand was in the lead up to The Little Mermaid. I don't know if you remember that story, Pro. He's like, oh, you're going to see the strength of brand when that film comes out. Then we saw how strong that brand was. To not acknowledge the best parts of it that have seen it endure for over 100 years, with what we're talking probably like 85 years of content just discarded for the Iger era. It's just insulting. It's just really ridiculous, and I hate it because people do love Disney. They just don't love this Disney.
So the awful thing about this marketing, Vash, is you love classic and recent Disney history. You don't care for the modern stuff, but this commercial is supposed to stop the massive losses of subscribers at Disney Plus. This is a Disney Plus advertisement, right? Disney Plus and Hulu, okay? It's a streaming ad, all right? So the goal of that is stop the bleeding, because they just announced that they lost 700,000 subscribers at the same time that Netflix picked up millions, and they're projecting more subscriber weakness, which is corporate parlance for, we might lose even more. Okay, so they are bleeding subscribers like crazy. And anybody who thinks that that's okay, think again. Get out of the propaganda pool. All right, so Ron, Vash says he hates this. Like that's the emotion this gave him watching the commercial. So Ron, my question to you is Vash alone? Or, I mean, do you think the average person is going to feel the magical tingles of Disney and maybe this stops the subscriber losses? Because that's the whole point in the commercial. It has one mission: stop subscriber losses. Does it achieve it?
First of all, it's narrated by somebody whose presence I can't stand. Ever since he did that thing for, I think it was a 2020 ad, and it's Josh, Eek Gad.
You don't want to build a snowman, Ron.
I do not. And my response to this on X was because every single one of those is like, what if this didn't happen? What if this didn't happen? I said, what if we were never able to see Chickapin Hill again? What if Uncle Remus never did have a zippity doodah kind of a day? That would really suck, wouldn't it? Oh,
that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Ron.
That's a good one.
See, I had thought we should take this commercial and we should back when I thought we were going to be able to play it, I thought we should splice in Barack Obama saying you didn't build that. So that was yours is better. We should make our own commercial where Splash Mountain fades away. Like that's way better. And all the other things they've taken from us. That's way better.
Fantastic.
Exactly, because in order to give us this fuel coming from the ceiling at the land pavilion, they had to take away all of the good, wonderful things that we've had in the past from Disney. And that, you know what, they didn't even tout things like Mary Poppins. I mean, classic Mary Poppins, which they just gave us a recent Mary Poppins movie. Where is any of the Disney in this in this commercial? And
they don't think it can stand the comparison to this crap. That's why they can't show it.
This is crap. That's the problem. This is crap. None of
They're
this. None of this
self-aware enough to know it doesn't compare.
Yeah. None of this makes me want to watch Disney Plus. And honestly, even the Simpsons stuff, it's like it's not Disney. Everybody, even people I know that love Disney, even the pixie dusters are like, nah, we don't want the Simpsons at Disney World because that's not really Disney. I'm like, that's such a weird.
Ron, as somebody who would know, I have to agree. I have no affiliation with Disney whatsoever.
Exactly.
Do me a favor, slide that slider all the way. How do they button this? I didn't get what they say at the end. I'm just curious to see how they
At the end of the
make the pitch. Yeah, slide that all the way down there and see what the greatest stories live here. Okay, I think
we can play 5 seconds at the end. Here's the 5 seconds at the end. If they get,
now, isn't that interesting? Because they're making the point about ESPN, and they never showed you any ESPN in those moments.
Well, they show you Serena. Not good grief, I'm getting Serena Gomez. Serena, the tennis player.
Right.
I guess here. Oh yeah. Okay. Fine. But here's my point. The Budweiser Clydesdales still sell beer. All of the Gillette commercials and all the other commercials that run on the Super Bowl actually have a product that they are trying to sell. None of this sells what they think they're selling. Yeah. They're saying, what if all of that went away? Well, what? All this modern stuff that we didn't like and didn't watch, and if we used to be a subscriber, 700,000 of us in the last quarter gave up on, that's what you're telling us we should come back for?
I got a theory for you, Lou. If they had put Luke up here and made him fade away, they would have been mocked because people would have said, yeah, you did that. You already did that.
Well, that's my point about comparing to the classics. They can't.
Yeah.
They can't.
You're right. Lou, you said how does it button up? The last thing that they emphasize in this commercial is that, but there are murders in the building. That part of it actually made it really, really creepy. I know you can't play it pro, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It was like, wait, that's what you're going to end on? That's what you're going to emphasize the most, is that there's murders in the building?
And by the way, that isn't the current Captain America in that shot.
No. Changed.
Yeah. So, you know. I don't know what the insane number is this year, although it's probably in reality less because the ratings will be bad for a minute of Super Bowl ad time. But whatever it is, the reason you spend the money is not to make pretty pictures or of horses or Avengers or anybody else. The reason you do it is to sell something. You think, here's a bunch of eyes and ears at the same place at the same time, and hopefully do it. By the way, most of the great famous Super Bowl ads, they're funny, they're clever, they're offbeat, they're interesting. This isn't even that.
Lou, this is to make you feel sorry for Disney. Like, fade out their stuff and be like, what if we never existed? You'd miss us.
Yeah, I'll let you know once I get back from Epic. Thank you.
It's a sympathy play. That's what's sad about this. It's Bob Iger's IP purchases and telling you,
what, if you didn't have The Simpsons, you really wouldn't like it. I mean, you would miss it after a while. Come on back to Disney Plus. Come on back. Come on. We're not so bad. We're not so bad.
That's what they're trying to do. It's not going to work. By the way, if you want to keep down the cost of your Super Bowl ad, just do a collage of movies you've already made, because that's what this is. This is a PowerPoint presentation of clips of your movies and shows. They didn't have, other than fading them out, which they could do with AI for cheap. They didn't have to make anything new. Like there's no actors hired for this commercial. There's no special.
Well, Gad gets paid, but
Gad, he gets to. Well, they might have thrown that in the Frozen contract he's got. You got to do promo for Disney. Who knows? Gad's not the guy either, though.
But they're just not selling anything. What they're saying is, imagine your life without this stuff, and the answer is we did. That's why we quit.
Right. Yeah. This is an emotionally abusive spouse telling you that if you don't take them back, you're not going to get that favorite little treat they make you once a month. Like, get over yourself, Disney. Show us something great. Don't tell us
What if we had never existed? You wouldn't. Oh my gosh!
It's like it's an inverted. It's a Wonderful Life. Is what.
By the way, I didn't see Agatha or Ahsoka or any of those things that they touted at the time as being the greatest thing ever on four wheels.
And I'll guarantee you, Lou, that when they were planning this out, somebody said, well, we have to put the sequel trilogy in it. Otherwise, people will claim that we're not supporting the sequel trilogy. Oh, but we can't put it in there because if we do that, then we'll have to put Luke, because you can't have Rey fade out and not Luke because we'll get criticized. So, I know what we'll do. Just the Millennium Falcon. Literally just the Millennium Falcon, but we'll claim it's the sequel trilogy. Perfect. That's the thinking of these morons. Anyway. All right, folks, that's the story on the Disney Super Bowl commercial. There are fantastic commercials that are going to be coming out. There are going to be some that are real stinkers and losers. The Mountain Dew Baja Blast, I think that's the name of it. That one's a weird one, that commercial. We'll cover the commercials as they happen, but the Disney one, not looking so hot. And that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. We are done for now, but don't worry. Do not fret. Not yet, for more content is still coming your way 4 times a day right here on the Pro Channel. What a joy it has been to share our time with you. We hope you feel the same. Adding value to your every single day is our job here, and we take it very seriously. Folks, the only thing we ask in return is that you consider clicking that like button. Share, subscribe, click it. Stick it to those algorithms. It's the notification bell. And drop a comment right on down below. And folks, if you'd like to subscribe to our partner YouTube channels, That Park Place, That Pod Place, That Game Place, and some of those radio stations like Vacation Radio, well, we certainly would appreciate it. Until the next time we have the honor of spending time and being invited into your day, folks, we go on our way saying this: keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.